everybody, this is Emily from Snow with Emily Jo, and I just learned that I can't carve. So today I am taking you along to beautiful Breckenridge, Colorado, and I'm going to show you guys how I learned to carve. Alright, so I want to talk about a little bit before we get started with carving, what carving is, carving versus sliding. A lot of times when you start snowboarding, you kind of scoot around on the mountain, sliding. So your snowboard, you're using to turn with pretty much the entire snowboard, and you're kind of sliding down the hill. And it makes a lot of noise. But carving is where you are completely on your edge, so either your back edge or your front edge, so your heel or your toe, and you notice the difference because it feels a lot different. It makes like a pencil thin line in the snow, so you can tell if you are carving versus if you are sliding. When you're sliding, your line in the snow will be a lot bigger and it makes a lot of noise, but for carving it's kind of like you're slicing into the snow almost like ice, and it sounds a lot better, it feels a lot better, and it's more of a more advanced skill to kind of get to take your snowboarding to the next level. So we don't want to slide right now, we want to carve, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Alright, so we are on the lift right now. We are bunny hilling it the entire day. We're going to really focus on our carving. I'm going to be working a lot on my heel side and my toe side carves, and the way to make those better for your heel side and for both of them is to bend your knees. Super important, something that I was struggling with. Bending more of my torso, but you need to bend your knees so you're more center gravity. So I have to work on that, and then I also need to work on, for my toe side carves, to actually push my pelvis forward and not lean forward with my body, because that was causing me yesterday to completely faceplant in the snow. Not fun, kind of cranky about it, so we're gonna not do that today, and basically bend our knees, keep real low. We're gonna take it really slow, and we'll see how it goes. That was a really painful first run. I fell a lot because I wasn't bending my knees. So you have to bend your knees, it's so important. Otherwise you're gonna get a crazy bruised butt like I have right now. Hurts really bad, still kind of sore from yesterday. So I need to bend my knees. We have to bend, we have to bend, we have to bend. So next run, bending my knees more. My toe side actually feels better, and I think that because we switched my bindings a little bit back, I have more room on my toe side, so that was actually easier. It felt a little bit better than yesterday. But yeah, let's try this again. bent my knees more. Heel side's still a little funky. I think we moved my bindings back so I don't have quite as much room on my heel side. So I keep thinking I have more there and I don't, and it's throwing me, but getting low, and Dan, my husband, told me to grab my edge or grab my edge of my toe side when I'm doing my heel side carve. And when I did that, it felt really good, and I knew I was low enough, and that's pretty gosh darn low. so I mean, it's hard. You definitely, if you want to start carving, start squatting, because holy cow, do your legs burn. But it's a good burn and it feels great, and there's nobody on the hill today. It's amazing. All right, so we're at the top of the Bunny Hill right now, which has still amazing views. If you want to look at that. Beautiful, even though it's a bunny hill, which is where we're gonna live today, which is great. We're gonna do some more carving today on the top and just kind of see how it goes. If I get a good line, I'll show you guys the line, what you want to look for when you're carving. You want to look for a really skinny pencil line, so you'll be able to see if you make a carve, which is really nice, because when you're sliding, I mean, you can't really see where you were. You can, it's a big old puddle of snow. But when you're carving, it's like slipped right in the snow. All right. So Bunny Hill got a little bit crowded, so we actually took the main lift up, and now we are gonna do some blues. Since my carving isn't great yet, we are definitely gonna make sure that we do a lot of slides too, with sprinkling in a little bit of the carves that I've been doing. Just kind of combining your skills, because when you snowboard, you don't only carve. Sometimes you're on terrain where it's not safe to carve. So we're gonna just practice that. We're gonna do some sliding, we're gonna do some carving, heels to toes, keep those knees bent, and it'll be great. make sure that we keep our speed and don't do very many speed checks in the beginning, so that way we have enough momentum to get us over that flat spot, and then we can kind of focus in on sliding into our car. So sliding, carving, and combining, which you'll see in the video that we took of the first blue run. You do have the sliding and then carving when it's safe, when there's nobody above you on the hill. Nice open run, really important. Other things you'll see in that video is I was really trying to focus on putting my pelvis forward on my toe side carves, so that only that very sharp edge of the front of my board is in the snow, slicing through it. And then you go into your heel side, you squat down, and you almost grab that front side, so that way you know that you are only on your back edge, and that will create that nice line. Thank you guys so much for watching Snow with Emily Jo today. I hope that you got a little bit out of it. If you've never snowboarded before in your life, and you watched it and you got something out of it, that's incredible. If you do snowboard and you realize, I'm kind of slip sliding down that hill, maybe these tips will help you a little bit to advance your riding. These are just all tools in our tool belt to help us become better snowboarders, because we want to have a lot of fun for a lot of years on the hill, and you can't just slide. So thank you guys. See you next time at the hill.